So in 2014, Poppyscotland conducted a survey and found that there are about 280,000 older veterans in Scotland. Many of them do very well, but a small, perhaps significant minority need extra help and support. The Unforgotten Forces project was established to provide that support to them as and when they need it.
The landscape of support out there, be it statutory or third sector, is a confusing one in that there are many organisations providing similar services, and sometimes those needing help don't know where to turn.
The aim of the Unforgotten Forces project is to coordinate the delivery of services to support older veterans across Scotland by 15 organisations in the consortium.
Unforgotten Forces is a magnificent tool when you see the whole thing in operation. And you know, it might be there's one client that's benefited from 5 or 6 different services within Unforgotten Forces. For someone who is a veteran, it's just magical to see it all taking place.
Eligibility for support from Unforgotten Forces includes former members of the armed forces, regular or reserve, who are now 65 years of age and older, including national servicemen who quite often don't consider themselves to be veterans, but they are. Eligibility also extends to the widows and widowers of older veterans, and finally former members of the Merchant Navy. The Unforgotten Forces project provides a range of different types of services for older veterans in Scotland in 5 basic categories. First of all, we provide practical support and assistance for veterans, everything from free transport for essential travel, hospital appointments and the like.
I used to go by bus into the town, then walk along and get the subway from St Enoch's. It got a bit too much after a while, you know.
Every single week we'll make sure that he gets out. It really does seem to mean an awful lot to these veterans in the Unforgotten Forces group.
We also provide practical advice for veterans in terms of debt, financial counselling, advice about benefits and the likes.
Through the help of Alistair and the Poppyscotland in Edinburgh, it's now come to the point where I've now got a pension. It's made that I can now pay my bills and buy the food we need.
We also provide services that are specifically aimed at countering loneliness and social isolation.
You know, loneliness, it's like a disease, you know, it can eat into you. It actually can be a killer because you have confidence and you just lose the will to live.
In terms of health and well-being, the Defence Medical Welfare Service provides support to veterans in the NHS pathway.
The reason I reached out was Ken got rushed into hospital because he lost his sight in his eye. And being disabled, I couldn't get to the hospital, I couldn't be with him, I couldn't see him, I didn't know what was happening, and I didn't know where to turn to.
And finally, we provide creative art engagement opportunities for older veterans. Firstly, one of our partners by the name of Luminate provides artists and residents at the Erskine residential homes.
Jill and James have been able to really get to know residents, to work out what they like, what they're interested in, and to design creative activities that really engage that individual and really interest that individual.
The feedback has been incredibly positive. The partnership is as strong today as it was when we first were established. On a daily basis, we're helping tens and tens of older veterans, and for some of these people, they're in the latter stages of their life, and it's vital that we help them as much as we can.
Although the war wasn't nice, it's not sad stories they're telling you. They're absolutely wonderful. And they deserve something, they deserve to get something back.
Without this organisation, I wouldn't have the quality of life I have today.
I would advise anybody with a problem like myself to accept any help they could get, because it is difficult. And my wife can tell you that. This is the first approach I've had to help me, and I really appreciate it.